So I just had a phone call with one of my leads. I met them on the open house last Saturday, and they mentioned that they are interested in moving in the next 6 months. I did everything right. I got their phone number, I even booked an appointment with them. But a couple days before the appointment, I gave them a call just to remind them, hey, this is happening, don't forget about it. And then they said, thank you so much for getting us thinking, but after careful consideration, we just don't think we're ready in that position for at least the next 1 to 2 years. Like, things happens, I get it, it's not a big deal, but it's still like not a very pleasant experience. But pretty much immediately after that, I got stuck on this 20 minutes long conversation with a friend, and she's trying to convince me that I won't get any clients who pay for my work, who pays for my full commission, because I don't have any particular strength. Like, what? Welcome you guys to my new series where I take you through my rambling thoughts on multiple emotional topics and thoughts. So if you know me, I'm a new realtor doing it full-time. Don't exactly have a schedule, nor do I get paid. And one thing you'll quickly realize is that how incredibly easy and common for other people to discourage you, be it your friends, family friends, acquaintance, or even random people. Like, they somehow feels like they have the right to discredit, like dishonest, and like even attack you in the name of giving you some advice. So I've had acquaintance whom I've never met in person just straight up told me, you will never make any money in this market, or something like, you have no selling point, so why would anyone work with you? And I quickly came to realize that staying positive alone is probably one of the most difficult things I can achieve or make me proud of in the first couple of years of doing real estate. So it's fair to say it's very, very, very difficult to stay motivated or to do anything. But here are 5 things that I try to do to make myself to feel better. Well, firstly, stay away from negative people and surround yourself with positive and supportive people. And it sounds really simple, but it sometimes can be the most difficult thing for some people. Saying no and staying away might be one of the hardest things to do. And that's exactly why I left my first brokerage. At the time, there were a lot of people disapprove my decision, but hey, I am a much happier person now. 2, having a fixed schedule. I've talked about scheduling in my previous video, but essentially I have a timetable for myself. Like I said, morning routine is especially important, and that's how you get started on your day. It also really helps to take the thinking part away. When you wake up in the morning, you don't need to think what I need to do. You just know it already. You just need to do it. 3, set specific off time. Initially, that might sound a little counterintuitive, but I find having something to look forward to and a designated relaxation time really helps me to regenerate my motivation and my productivity. Going with my previous point, when you are scheduling, block off the time every week for personal lives. And I mean really take times off. Not even looking at your work phone or your emails. If possible, go somewhere else so that you can't, like you physically just can't work. Be it like a sleepover or your parents' house, so you can really get away from work. If you're working at a regular 9 to 5, you're probably thinking, that's a given. We need personal time. We need work-life balance. But if you're working for yourself, no matter what you do, you'll know it's very difficult to separate your life from your work. You just really can't control yourself. And I do that too. Oh well, just work on it for another hour. But I find it more damaging than doing any good. I really like this quote, I don't know from where, that says, money works for you, not the other way around. So use that as a guideline. And loosely speaking, I think health, family, friends, and relationships are things more important than work. Well, at least more important to work for me. I actually find that it helps me to be more productive on the days that I do work, because I'll have something to look forward to by the end of the week. And having the time strictly on your own is sort of like a reset time. So I can start charging myself so that I can face my challenges the next week around. 4. Self-affirmation and gratitude. The reality of working for yourself or starting your own business is that there will be very little people believe in you. And in a way, it kind of makes sense because you haven't achieved anything yet, which, by the way, is kind of paradoxical to me because if you've made it already, you won't need people to believe in you because you've done it. The only time you would need affirmation from other people is when you haven't made it yet. But then again, like, why would they believe in you if you haven't achieved anything? So that's like a circular logic. But anyways, we can change what other people think. And that's why my first point is try to surround yourself with supportive people. But on the other hand, I think it's also very important that you are your biggest supporter. So tell yourself self-affirmations. Draw a blueprint of what you will become. At first, it seems a bit stupid to talk out loud about what you will become in the future when you literally have nothing. So just close your eyes and imagine your future. The person you've become, the difficulties you've overcame, the achievement you've made. Having a vision of your future will serve as a reminder of your own dream, what you can become in the future. And then there's the gratitude list. I've talked more in depth about it in a previous video, but essentially I would write out a list of things that I'm grateful for in the morning to start off my day. And as I'm saying this, I'm really grateful for having dreams, having goals, and have a vision what I will become. And lastly, allow yourself to take times off. It sounds very similar to point 3, but essentially, when you're working for a company, you get paid holidays, be it 2 weeks or more. So let's do that for yourself too. Take sick leaves, holidays, or paid vacations off. And more importantly, don't feel guilty about it. Like when I'm sick, I don't want to worry about, oh, I could have done this or that. Just take some rest and don't worry about it. There will be time when you're less motivated, less productive, and less inclined. And that's okay. Like any other regular 9-to-5 jobs, there will be days you are super productive, but there will also be days when you're like less productive. Everybody has that. As long as you are working and keep making progress on your work days, you are still growing and you are still getting closer to your goals. I find that having this mentality helps you to work harder and more concentrated when you are having a good day at work, by not feeling guilty when you're sick or not feeling well. Thank you so much for watching my video. I shared 5 ways I do to try and stay motivated while being a new realtor. But really, I think a lot of them applies to many other people. I hope you find my way of coping interesting. Let me know in the comment section below, how do you do to stay motivated? I'll see you next time!